Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha, Valmiki Ramayana, Kishkinda Kanda, Chapter 24. Tara also wants to be slain by Rama. Summary. Sugreeva and Tara lament Vali's death. Sugreeva seeks permission of Rama to enter the funeral pyre of his brother Vali to self-immolate himself for his wrongdoing in getting his own brother killed. Tara asks Rama to kill her with the same arrow with which Vali is killed, so that she too can go to heavens to meet her husband. Chapter 24 in detail. On seeing Tara, who quickly deluged in a speedy and vast ocean of intolerable anguish, then that Vali's mighty brother Sugriva regretted for the killing of his matchless brother. While that kind-hearted Sugriva observed Tara for a moment, he is despaired at heart. Tears filled his face, and lamenting very much, he slowly paced to the near of Rama, surrounded by his attendants. On approaching him, who is majestic, who is still handling his bow and snake-like arrow, a distinguished person with all of his limbs adorned with the great attributes that an emperor should have by birth, to such a Raghava who is standing nearby, Sugriva spoke this way. As promised, O best king, you have accomplished this deed with its eventual friction of getting back the kingdom of my wife. But now, O prince, my heart is backsliding from extravagances of kingdom and kingship, as my life itself is rendered despicable, for I got my brother killed. When the king is killed, this empress is wailing bitterly. Much wailing is there in city, scorched in sadness, and Angada too is in a doubtful state of sustaining his life in the fond of his father. As such, O Rama, my heart is not taking delight in kingdom. In the first instance, I have agreed for the elimination of my brother owing to my anger, intolerance, and as I was subjected to too much ignominy. But now, O best one from Ikshvakus, when the chief of monkeys, Vali, is put to death, I am painfully remorseful. I think it would be better for me to live on that best mountain, Rishamukha, forever, in as is where is condition. Somehow, spending life befitting to a monkey and achieving even heaven on killing my brother is of no good. The words which you used to speak to me, saying, I do not wish to kill you, be gone, are befitting to that great-souled and rational Vanara, and my words in asking you to him to kill him, and my deeds in getting him killed are befitting to me as an irrational Vanara. Indeed, O brave Rama, whether killing one's own brother will be self-torturous, or taking pleasure in kingdom on killing that brother will be more, or the distress ensuing that killing will be the most, without truly discriminating this cruces, even if one has one's own avarice in prospect, who is he that is going to take pleasure in killing his own highly honored brother, excepting me? Killing me is not in the intent of Vali violating his probity, but my intent has become evilly life-taking, violating my own probity. I was whining for a time when Vali trashed me with a tree branch as if with a schoolmaster's cane. But later on, confronting me, he said this to me, do not do this again, this daring me to fight you back. Fraternity, dignity, and also probity are conserved by him, while I exhibited furiousness, enviousness, and also naughtiness of a monkey. As Indra acquired sin on killing Vishwarupa, the son of Twasta, I too derived a sin by killing my brother, which sin is absolutely unimaginable for quantification, totally undesirable at any given time, wholly discardable by sagacious souls, and a distinguishable horrible ghost of brotherly hate. Earth, water, trees, and women took the burden of Indra's sin, but who in the name will bear the burden of this sin of mine, that too the sin of a monkey who wishes to share? On undertaking this sort of deeds that includes unjust and involves ruination of one's own race, I am unsuited for this sort of accolade from the subjects of this kingdom, and when I am ineligible to be the prince regent of this kingdom. Wherefore, to become its regent, in this world I am committer of a felony which is debased, highly damnable, and pernicious to the world itself. Whereupon this irresistible misery is rushing in on me, as with the rush of speeding rainy water towards a declivity. The sin of mine is killing my brother assumed a form of an elephant, where my sinister motives of killing my own brother have assumed that elephant's hind and tail, and my causing agony to my own brother has become that elephant's head, eyes, trunk, and tusks. With them, that berserk and monstrous elephant called sin is goring me as it would gore a riverbed. How difficult is this insufferable sacrilege of mine, O best king, owing to which my good breeding is shed from my heart, as with the gold, which if alloyed will be intolerant of that filth. But, O Raghava, even the gold sheds itself from scum when melted, and though I melt in grief, the scum of scarrilege is unshed. I think this body of great might monkey commanders is withstanding its lives in a halfway, O Raghava, just because of me, and this Angada who is sharing in anguish, for it is half dead with the death of Vali. It is somehow easy to get a son who is an easy-going, easy to deal with like Angada in this world, but O valiant Rama, where is the world wherein I can get Vali like brother, and wherein can he be in his vicinity? This best of brave ones, Angada, will not live robbed of his father, but his mother Tara has to live to foster her son Angada. But if Angada dies with his heart broken for his father, then without her son her misery will become miserable, and then she too may not live. This is my resolve. Such as I am, I wish to enter a highly blazing fire, seeking amity with my departed brother, and as well with son Angada. And these best valiant monkeys will search for Sita, duly conducting themselves under your control. O Prince, even if I am dead, your mission will be achieved in its entirety. And O Rama, having perpetrated infraction, I have become an eliminator of the property of your race. Hence, I have become an unworthy one to live, and hence permit me to commit myself to fire. Thus Sugriva said to Rama. On hearing the anguished words of the younger brother of Vali, namely Sugriva, the eyes of Rama, the best valiant one from Raghu's dynasty, and the eliminator of valiant enemies, are moistened, and he became perturbed for a moment. At that moment, Rama, whose perseverance is like that of the earth, and who is the protector of the earth, has seen Tara, who is wailing and repeatedly looking around as she is deluged in desperation. And then, with all his concernedness, Rama paced towards her. The prominent monkey ministers then started to raise her up, whose eyes are pleasant and intellect unfailing, and who had the lion among monkeys as her husband, but now collapsed on ground, hugging her departed husband. She, who is hugging her husband, wriggled highly when she is disengaged from him, and at a particular stage she saw Rama with his bow and arrow in his hands, and who is resplendent like sun by his own resplendence. On seeing at him, whose eyes are graceful, one endowed with all kingly attributes, who looked best among men, and who is unseen so far, that fond-eyed Tara realized him alone as that Rama. She, on whom misfortune has chanced, and who is anguished, that noble lady Tara went very quickly with highly squirming movements to the near of the highly exalted soul Rama, who matches Indra in his valor, and an unreachable one for his enemies. The body language of Tara, which is so far disconcerted by the grief felt for Rama's perfect hitting, felling and achieving his object in war, namely Vali, is now disoriented to anger on seeing the very same Rama, as she is self-respectful lady, but on arriving at the near of that very pure being Rama, that earful body language of hers again reoriented itself to a sort of serenity, and then she spoke this to him: "You are an indeterminable one, an inaccessible one with a self-conquered, the supreme among righteous soul. Your glory is unmitigated, and you are the one with clear discrimination. and in endurance earth-like, and your eyes are blood-streaked like those of an emperor. You, with your proportionate physique, are a mighty one handling bows and arrows, but your bodily magnificence is more than that of magnificent humanly body. O brave one, kill me too with the same arrow with which you have killed my dear husband. And on getting killed at your hand, I wish to reach his near, as Vali takes no delight without me. Though Vali, with eyes like unblemished lotus petals, reached heavens, he looks around for me, and not finding me there, he does not have a romance with the celestial apsaras, though they will be in amazing costumes and wear red-colored towering tyras. Even though Vali is in heaven, he will derive despair and despondency without me, like you, who are despondent and despaired on the pleasant stretches of the mountain sides of that best mountain Rishamukha, as you are without Sita. How a virile person derives a discomfort without his woman, that much you know, isn't it? Because you are aware of it. You kill me, let not Vali get any discomfort when he does not find me. O prince, as a high-souled one, even if you think that sin of killing a female will not befall on me, but deem me as his soul, as scriptures say that the wife is the soul of husband, and hence kill me, then there will be any blemish, there will not be any blemish of woman killing. In the course of implementing scriptural rituals, and even as contained in various Vedic sayings, wife is not a separate entity than her husband, and no better endowment than endowing a wife to an eligible bridegroom by bride's father is countenanced by the wise men in the world, isn't it? Even you, O valiant one, on examining good and bad, bestow me to my dear husband. And by that way, O brave one, by such an endowment of a wife to her husband, by way of killing and sending her to her husband, you too will not get any touch of sin. Anguished and unprotected, such as I am, O king, I am being distracted from my departed husband by these Vanara meisters, and it is unapt of you to not to kill me, as I am incapable to live without him, whose springingly gait is like that of an elephant, a best one among fly-jumping Vanaras, a courageous one, and who wears a precious and executive golden pendant. Thus Tara pleaded with Rama for a mercy death. Thus, that way when Tara spoke to that lord and the great souled Rama, Rama, consoling Tara well, spoke these words of expediency. O wife of valiant one, let not your mind go raving. The Creator decreed all the world to be in this way, isn't so? And the same Creator has ordained mirth and misery, and even their association. So say sagely people, and even the traits of world is in need under his control, and that trait too cannot transgress the foreordained predestination. You will get paramount appeasement as before, and your son will become the crown prince. God has ordained destiny only in that way. Wives of the valiant ones will not mourn emotionally. Thus Rama consoled Tara. Thus consoled by that persuasive, noble-souled, and enemy-burner Rama, the brave one's wife, whose aspect is fair and whose attire is proper, she that paused her plaint, but with a pulling expression. Thus, this is the 24th chapter in Kishkinda Kanda Valmiki Ramayana, the first epic poem of India. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.